Welcome. If you want to get started learning how to program, there are a lot of places that you can go for help. There are books, there are online courses, there are more websites with resources than you can imagine. However, not all of those are accessible for students, especially students who are, say, in middle school or early high school, who aren't going to be able to read a programming book and just move on to actually doing it as easily. Um, I'm going to look at one that I think is fairly accessible to students that has gained a lot of notoriety in the last year. It's called Code Academy. I like it a lot for a couple of reasons. First, everything is done interactively in the browsers. It's very engaging, it's a lot of fun, you can have competitions with your friends. It's also important because it keeps it free. I don't have to worry about downloading anything. If I don't have permission to download things on my school computer, I don't have to download anything for them. I don't have to set up a code environment. We all do it right on the website. They can track their progress. They can see how well they're doing. And also it lets them actually solve their problems online. So they can't move on to the next lesson till they can demonstrate that they've mastered the foundational piece prior to it. So it causes them to have to really think, to reflect, and to demonstrate on their learning. Now, to show you how it works, it all works right in this little gray box right here. So you see, it focuses mostly on web languages, which is a good place to start. Languages are often easier for students to grasp than, say, a native language, like Objective-C if they're programming for the iPad. So with what they would learn on Code Academy, it is basically programming to write a website. So let's see, it says, let's get to know each other. What's your name? Type it with quotes around it. So if I type my name, oh, wait a second, it's not defined. Why is it not defined? What did I not do that they asked me to do? Okay, so my name doesn't have quotes on it. So that must not work for some reason in JavaScript. So let me try again with my name in quotes. Okay, see, so that works. Now if I want to figure out how long that is, I have to add the dot length. Okay, I'm not going to do a lot of these, but just to show you how their tool works. Now this is just very short intro, and to get people comfortable with how the site works. Now if I wanted to actually get started learning what they have to do, I'm going to go ahead and click this Learn button. Now you see there are quite a few here. JavaScript is what makes the internet work. It's what makes things happen on websites. So if a picture rotates and you see a new picture, if there's a drop-down menu and the menu actually drops down, that's what actually makes things happen on websites. So Python is something that would let them write a server backend. Web fundamentals, HTML and CSS, that's what makes the website look and feel. So CSS is the style, what are the colors, HTML is what is the content, adding the paragraphs, adding the headings. And if they can manage to go through these courses, they can write pretty much any type of website, and it's really immediately useful programming. So the way that this works is you go ahead and you look at the different courses that they have. If I've already done some JavaScript in the past, then I know maybe I might want to skip this introduction. Okay, if I just need a brush up on how to do functions. Okay. If I'm brand new, of course, you want to start right at the beginning. So you see, as you're going through, see I've started this, I've done the first couple of activities in this. That was actually what we just did, is the getting to know you. What is your name? How long is your name? The third one is actually moving into basic math. How do you manipulate numbers? The thing about Code Academy is it tracks your progress. You can go back, see how you answered anything. And as well, it forces you, when you demonstrate the mastery, that you have to show how you understand the concepts before you move on, which again is really important. You don't want students getting into something more complicated without understanding something basic. You don't want them taking calculus without getting through algebra first. Right? All right. So beyond Code Academy, One other place that is good as a reference is the W3 schools. These are the people who actually figure out what the standards are. I mean, as teachers, most of us know what standards are, but the internet has standards too. So what does good HTML look like? What does good JavaScript look like? So this is where the actual standards are built. So if you wanted to actually learn from the people who created the standards, they have a ton of resources on several different languages, all the ones that we saw in Code Academy and a lot more. So w3schools.com is a great resource to have as well.